We're going to 3-man Gorgos. You can do 1 through 10. If you're having problems with Gorgos, try this team out. I'm telling you, it's easier than making a 4-man team to fight this guy. As long as you don't have burns on you, it's pretty simple. He doesn't do a lot of damage. We're going to come in here with Merlin. Merlin's been on that banner. A lot of people have Merlin, and we're going to make sure that Merlin is the fastest to get up Frozen Remains. Now, I didn't know this about Frozen Remains until I asked on Discord today. There's only 3 charges to it. Nimbus told me this. I thought it was a bug because my 4th person would always get dots. They wouldn't get the dot immunity and they would die. Well, if we can't have a 4th person, let's take that 4th person out and do a 3-man team, which is way easy because Gorgos doesn't do a lot of damage. He only does damage with all those burns because he keeps multiplying those burns. And then he does burn explosion and just wipes you out. This is so much easier. You have dot immunity permanently on all your heroes now. But you've got to make sure your healer attacks. And we've got Isolde in here. She has Chivalry 1, so she always heals on her skill 1 with that. And she has a chance to put up Chill, so we can actually beat this guy faster. I do a video with Sarah right after this. Any healer, doesn't matter what the healer is, as long as they can heal on their skill 1, you can use that healer. There's even an uncommon, which does really good healing on his skill 1. You could use that guy if you wanted to. They're all in a vigor set, so we have enough vigor to make sure Anguish can do his skill 3. And it's simple. To me, I should have been doing this a long time ago. It's unfortunate that I just started doing this because when I first started playing, I was always wondering why that 4th person would get burns. It was really irritating. And then I kind of gave up on it. I was like, okay, well then I'll just try to bring in people who can remove it. I'll bring in the Fae Queen. I'll bring in Dejaret to try to remove all those debuffs that we're getting, the burns. But we don't need to. We're not going to get any burns now. You can bring in a 4th person to get experience doing this, but I want you to make sure you always try this with your 3 first. Remember, everybody has to be faster than Gorgos, and he's not that fast on 8. That's what I'm running right now. I couldn't run 9 yet because he's faster than 114 speed. My Merlin's faster than that, and he will go before Gorgos on 9, but my other 2 people aren't. They're like 114 and whatever I just saw, what Anguish was at. So once I increase their speed, I'm going to jump on Gorgos 9 and it's going to be just as easy. If I'm taking too much damage, I'll get more defense. I'll increase my hero some. I don't think it's going to be much different than what I'm doing right now. I think it'll be very easy. So try this out. And if you want to put in a 4th person, like I said, make sure you have all 3 down first before you throw in that 4th. Run 10 runs with all 3 to make sure everything is steady. You know you've got the right rotation. And then if you bring in that 4th person cannot be faster. It has to be the slowest. And you kind of want them to die quickly. You don't want them to sit there and hog up all your heals because you do have limited healing. I'm going to bring in, I think you got an idea of all this gear here. We've got gear over here for her. You can see her stats. She's at 109. And then now we're going to bring in, I think, Sarah for a quick run. Now, I do have Anguish in the leader ability for that speed lead, so make sure you do that too. Don't try to go in there and go with Merlin so you take less damage. Get that speed in there because you gotta go before the boss. This can kind of mess you up. That's why I want to make sure you have your 3-man team set. You know it can go through it. You know you've got no issues with it, and then you bring in somebody that can die quickly. Because nobody really takes damage in the beginning. They just get burns on. See the burns? And then the burns start to multiply. And they don't really die until he does the burn explosion. Even that hit isn't like very strong. Unless your guy's like super weak, he has no gear on, then they would fall over at that point. But I've got to wait till he does his first. You know, most of your heroes will have to wait till he does his first burn explosion. Sometime here. Okay, still not yet. See, he's still there, hogging up my heals. These heals could be going to somebody else. But he didn't get us down that low. But I might not be able to play with that, say, when I go to 9 and 10. He'll probably be doing too much damage. And I'm not going to bring in somebody else to try to get that little bit of experience on them while I do all these runs. This is fantastic. Try it out. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. I hope you have Merlin. We could get him from the banner. I know a lot of people were going for him. Even free to play, we're rolling on that banner to have a 50% chance to get him whenever they got a legendary. And he is perfect for this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate your time, your love, your support. I will see you all in a video soon.